Representative Rashida Tlaib was mobbed online after a video of her at a Sanders event showed her booing Hillary Clinton. Now, Tlaib was booing in response to Clinton, basically saying in the documentary that nobody likes Bernie Sanders. So let's watch that.
Clinton said that we're not going to boo, we're classy here. We're classy.
I'll boo. You all know I can't be quiet. No, we're going to boo. That's all right. The haters will shut up on Monday when we win.
There we go.
All right. Hey, no, we aren't going to boo. I love that. No, I'll boo. I can't be quiet. No, totally going to boo. Good. I agree. Look, here's the thing, right? So you had Pramila Jayapal and Ilhan Omar that were there as well. And those are obviously big supporters of Bernie Sanders. And a lot of people went after them as well for allowing Rashida Tlaib to get away with it. To get away with what? To get away with booing? I'm sorry, she's allowed to have an opinion. And her opinion is shared by a lot of people who also think that was really unfair of Hillary Clinton to come out and to continue to basically attack the front runner on the Democratic Party nomination, to inject herself back into this. By the way, after the last 2 years of taking shots at Bernie Sanders. So, no, there's nothing that she did that was wrong. Hillary Clinton has been intentionally interfering in the primary process to sandbag the front runner. I mean, would the party accept this from any other Democrat? No. Imagine if Obama had started doing this to Hillary Clinton during 2016, coming out and saying, oh my God, no, Hillary Clinton not doing unity enough. She'll never do unifying the Democrats. She'll never beat Donald Trump. Imagine if Obama had done that. You know what? Everybody would have lost their minds. Now, imagine a person that has done 39 rallies for Ms. Clinton back in 2016, plus numerous TV appearances urging for the election of Ms. Clinton during that time, and had decided to run in the next election because he had a chance to win, became the front runner, but was then called by the party divisive. Well, now wait a minute here. You don't have to imagine, because it's literally happening. And it's complete and total hypocrisy on when it comes to Hillary Clinton. Because believe it or not, she is still very influential in the party. And so it makes you wonder what happened in not attacking fellow Democrats. Bernie Sanders is running as a Democrat. He signed a document certifying that he is a Democrat. For all intents and purposes, he would be leading. If he wins the nomination, he will be leading the Democratic Party. But see, it's not about that, right? Because Jeff Van Drew, I've talked about him before. Jeff Van Drew was also a Democrat before he switched over to become a Republican and kiss Trump's ring, basically. It seems like party affiliation tends to be more of a fluid thing, don't you think? And so that makes me think that blue no matter who is probably the dumbest mantra I've ever seen. I'm serious about that. Considering how it would be pretty freaking easy to see a Republican become a Democrat for the sole purpose of pushing the party to the right. Oh, right. We've also seen that before. It's exactly what's happening. Michael Bloomberg, who is now currently running on the Democratic ticket, was a Republican until 2007. And then he became an independent. Now he's running as a Democrat. And yet the party has no problems with Michael Bloomberg. Everybody loves him. Oh my God, Michael Bloomberg. Yes, another billionaire that is running in the Democratic Party. We love Michael Bloomberg. The DNC literally changed its rules to get Bloomberg a chance to get into the debates. His entire campaign, by admission, is designed solely for the purpose to sandbag Bernie Sanders. They are so afraid of him. And yet, when we call out these shenanigans, we're the bad guys. We're sowing discord. We're the divisive ones, right? What about unity? Unity! No, it's a primary. There's no friends in a primary season. Elizabeth Warren showed that after she stabbed Bernie Sanders in the back. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, by the way, they had an insanely vicious primary back in 2008. And guess what? Hillary Clinton used the same playbook. accusing Barack Obama and his followers of being sexist. In fact, there was an article in Salon back then that said, titled, Back Off Obama Boys. Obama Boys. She was also the one that put the picture of Obama in Muslim garb that fueled racist right-wing attacks and the birther movement. Hillary Clinton started the birther movement. She hinted that he would even be assassinated. Not only that, but she engaged in voter suppression, telling people in more majority African-American areas with gigantic lines to vote to go home so that Obama would lose those areas. No. Hillary Clinton is the one that's being divisive and deserves all the booing in the world. It's justified booing. Still, there was intense backlash by the establishment media, Clinton supporters online. They were like a mob, and they went after her viciously, which, by the way, Tlaib is a woman of color. She's Palestinian. Okay. They accused her, though, of being a female Trump. Neera Tanden for the Center for American Progress compared the booing, right, of Hillary Clinton to the Trump chants of lock her up. That is not the same thing. That is not the same thing at all. This is directly in response to her intentionally interfering in the Democratic primary to try to stop our best chance in defeating a Donald Trump. It's not the same situation. But here's the thing. The establishment would rather have 4 more years of Donald Trump at a time where it's critical that we change course on climate change so that we can avoid climate disruption. They would rather have Trump at this critical time than Bernie Sanders. It makes you think how really committed they are to actually stopping climate change. But here's the thing. It's all about power for these people. These Clinton people that would have been on her staff, that would have been in her cabinet, they hate Bernie Sanders so much because they believe that it's his fault that they lost their chance to get a cushy job at the White House that would have set them up for life. They were literally measuring the drapes. But then here comes this nobody from Vermont to mess up their plans. And ever since, they've been super salty. Now, following this, Rashida Tlaib ended up apologizing. Because after all, burners are supposed to be 100% perfect online. Because if you utter one negative thing about anyone else, about any other candidate, or respond to any attack against Bernie Sanders, then we are instantly labeled, all of us in a group, toxic bros who are destroying the Democratic Party. Because that's apparently who we are now. I mean, look, it's only uncivil if you punch back. They can say all the negative, terrible things about us all day long and not get touched. Now, her apology is as follows. She tweeted this. I know it's at stake if we don't unify over one candidate to beat Trump, and I intend to do everything possible to ensure that Trump does not win in 2020. In this instance, I allowed my disappointment with Secretary Clinton's latest comments about Senator Sanders and his supporters to get the best of me. You all, my sisters in service on stage and our movement, deserve better. No. Don't apologize. What you did was perfectly fine. Rashida Tlaib did nothing wrong. And no, here's the thing. Yes, she's right that we all deserve better. We deserve better than what we're getting from the establishment. I understand that this is a primary, and in a primary, we're supposed to distinguish candidates from each other. Hillary Clinton is not running for anything. She is not involved in this primary. So why is she out here using whatever influence she might have left within the party to sandbag the frontrunner when she's also talking about how we need to unify the Democratic Party? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. And look, for the last 2 years, Hillary Clinton has been sniping at Bernie Sanders. Oh, nobody likes him. He can't unify the Democrats. His policies they make no sense. He hasn't been vetted yet. All that stuff. And here's the thing. This is despite the fact that Bernie Sanders is one of the most popular politicians among Democratic voters, especially young people. He is the favorite of young people. the future of the party, and also among people of color who are the backbone of the Democratic Party. And you don't have to believe me on that. There are numerous polls out there to back that up. Now, of course, you look at some of the polls and you look at some of the pollsters, you got people like Nate Silver that just consider those people of color residue. Actually, things that he said. Look, if you actually care about party unity, then maybe you should let the candidates continue to distinguish themselves from each other on policy, as they do in a primary, and stay out of it. And that is, of course, a message to people like Hillary Clinton and Neera Tanden and the rest. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.